Two brothers, no Lawrence, no Milk, just Chris and Rich today, talking about comic books, TV, movies, toys, action figures, anime. What else am I missing, Rich? And more?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
All of it. So we're live, and there's no one here to reel us in. So this may be the episode that gets us canceled. So we'll see what happens. But Lawrence is out, and Jack is dealing with some family stuff. Prayers go out to Jack and his family, and yeah, but it's me and you, Rich. Are you excited? Are you thrilled for it to be us two together?
I mean, I'm here.
That makes me
Don't
feel
feel too good, but it is what it is.
Yeah. So tell me, how was your week, Rich? What you been up to? Watching, reading, and
Nothing.
everything.
I've just been working.
Yeah.
That's really it. Just work, bro. Nothing really going on. I watched Twisted Metal.
What do you think of that?
It was trash.
Yeah, I agree.
It needed more Sweet Tooth in it. He was probably the best part of the show. And that was it. Yeah. I don't know, like John Doe. I don't understand his whole thing. Anthony Mackie's character.
It's
He was
weird.
supposed to be the survivor, but yet he kept falling for every trick in the book. It didn't make sense.
Yeah.
What else did I watch? Watched Baki. That came out with another season.
Nice.
It's all right. I don't know what's going on with that. It's weird. Like they freaking brought back this prehistoric dude, and now there's a whole battle with that. I don't know. That's it, bro. That's all I did. What about you?
I tried to get back into Twisted Metal. I can't do it, man. The first two episodes were kind of cool, and then it just was all over the place for me. And I just fell off. I restarted playing Grand Theft Auto.
Okay.
From the beginning, so I've been playing that a little bit. And then that's about it. I haven't really been watching much except for my regular like garbage reality TV shows and stuff like that. But I've been on the road all week this week, so it's been a little bit tough. But yeah, that's where I'm at.
All right.
So, you know what? I didn't prepare a joke. I completely forgot.
Yeah. How about we don't do a joke? How about that? Let's just keep
We can't do that. We gotta do a joke, man.
Do we though? Do we really though?
We have to. We have to.
I don't think we do. I honestly don't think we do.
We have to. Let me ask. You know what? Let's ask someone. Alexa, tell me a comic book joke.
What kind of car does Thanos drive?
What?
A Coupe de Villain.
Ah!
I didn't. A coupe de what? What happened now?
What kind of car does Thanos drive?
Okay.
A Coupe de Villain.
So Alexa just gets her jokes from Lawrence. Got it.
That's what it sounds.
Got it.
That's what it sounds like.
Got it.
That's exactly what it sounds like. Lawrence and Alexa are in cahoots for terrible, terrible, terrible jokes. But all right. Let's do this. Let's try and completely redeem this. And we've only been doing this show forever. I forgot the directions, but I know we make a left at the light, and then there's two stop signs, and then we look out for the big tree, and then was it before or after the big tree is where we get to the collector's
somewhere
corner.
around Guzzles, we just turn back around and go home.
You think so? I don't know, man. I gotta ask. I gotta put it in ways, but we'll get there. We'll get there eventually, and eventually it will be show and tell time. And we're here at the Collector's Corner. So what we do at the Collector's Corner is we take stuff out of our toy chest, whether it's worth $1 million, in Jack's case usually, where he has something that's worth thousands of dollars, something you made, something that's sentimental, something that's from your childhood, just something to show. What do you got, Rich?
I bought some stuff off of Funko Pop directly from Funko Pop, and I bought duplicates of these things. They came out with the 100th anniversary of Disney.
Okay.
So I got Spider-Man, which is like a facette, if you will, type of look to it, kind of shiny in there. And I bought. They kind of look like diamonds in a way, especially Black Panther. I got Black Panther as well.
Nice.
So I
How
bought
many
2 of
pocket watches
these.
do you have now?
Well, I bought 2 each of both of them,
Damn.
and I'm gonna be selling the duplicates.
Oh,
So
shit.
looked at them prices, and I could be like, yeah, I could get a little bit more money on the upsell. I might sell them. I might sell all 4 of them. We'll see.
All right. Make that guap. I can't be mad at that.
Yeah, what you got?
So for me, I have. Let me switch it up, and then I will show what I got. All right. So I'm just showing another NECA. I have a couple of NECA stuff, but because we're talking about Ninja Turtles today, I have the NECA Shredder and I have the NECA Splinter. So the
Okay.
NECA figures are usually I don't go for NECA because they're super expensive, but the quality you get in the mixed media is really really cool. So if you look at Splinter, you can see Splinter's. I'll try to get it so you don't get glare. But his robe is actual cloth and he has a belt on, which is pretty dope. And it comes with different hands and the ooze and pizza and weapons. And it has shred that I recently rewatched. Oh, back to what I didn't say it, but I rewatched Turtles 1 and Turtles 2, Secretly
Okay.
Ooze, and Splinter's suit is mad sparkly, man. I don't know, this guy's hitting the streets after he's fighting, he's creating crimes, but
Sparkly.
go back and look. Even they captured this in the toy, but his suit is mad sparkly, like mad fabulous. Like, I'm gonna hit up Studio 54. I'm gonna be in these streets after I run my heists and stuff. But yeah,
Okay.
man, that's what I got.
All right.
Yeah. So good picks. Good. I know yours is gonna make you some money, which I'm all about that life. So that's good.
Hopefully, we'll see.
Hope.
Oh, also, I got that Doomsday vs Superman too.
You got it?
I'm gonna have that up for sale too. Would you come holler at your boy? All right?
Oh shoot! How'd you get it? Where'd you buy it from?
I bought it straight off the shelf from Target.
You know what's funny so we have a guy. We have a couple stores here that we go to. We have a store called Order 66 Toys. They do Star Wars and stuff like that. They focus on Star Wars, but they got into collectibles.
Mm.
There's been twice I've caught this guy in the aisles of Walmart buying up all the figures to resell. All he does is buy them up at Walmart and then just doubles down on it and sells it in his store for twice sticker.
Okay.
So a lot of times that's what some of these comic shops do is they just buy from the big box and then that's it.
I mean that Superman one's going for a good well, you can get it for anywhere from like 80 to 100. I saw a couple of $120 ones being sold. So
Yeah,
just saying, if you can find it,
you can
buy
find
it, resell it.
That's it. I'm not mad at that. I am not mad at that.
Yo, the same
I am
thing.
mad at that when it's something I'm looking for and I can't buy it. But when it's our people that buy it, then I'm good with it.
Yeah, the same thing with the pops. They go for I got them for like what, $15, but I can sell them for 60.
Damn. What's the most expensive pop you think you got?
I have no idea. I haven't price checked them yet. I don't know. As of right now, it's just these two facet pops, the diamond joints. So
Right.
that's it.
Shoot. All right. Good picks. Both of us. We're amazing and everything we do is cool. So I can't complain. All right. So now, okay, we got lost on the way to the corner. But now, so we're pulling out of the corner. We're going straight. We hit the light. Wait, what's that over there on the right-hand side? It's a dark alley. As we pull down to Anime Alley, what you got for us, Rich?
Listen, what I have for y'all is the fact that I don't like Anime Alley. Like, nothing good happens in the alley. I don't understand why this became a thing. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. But honestly, Mobile Suit Gundam: The Witch from Mercury. I haven't watched it yet. I don't have any details on it, but Mobile Suit Gundam's always been a good series, and it's usually the same cookie cutter stuff, like some teenager finds and stuff. I'll just read off the quick synopsis. Equal parts romance comedy of manners, sci-fi mech brawler, political thriller. Mobile Gun has always been highly political.
So wait, let me ask you a question: is this the same thing as Gundam Wing, or is it completely different?
It's completely different. It's different.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
just like Orphan's different, but they always have some type of political standings within it. They got, they got two sides, sometimes even three, and then they got poor versus the riches, and blah 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 blah. But it's all about the Gundam. It's all about the mech battles,
Yep.
and that's always the dope part. Now I can care less about the romance. I do love the character building, especially that Orphan, that Gundam Orphan, Iron Blooded Orphan. That one was just, man, that tugged on me. But yeah, I go check that out. I'm gonna check it out eventually. Don't know when. I got enough to watch. I finished Hell Paradise. I'm gonna try to finish Baki.
Lawrence swears by Hell's Paradise. So when you got caught up in Miami last week, Lawrence was gushing about Hell's Paradise.
Yeah,
He
it was
says it
dope.
was
It was dope.
fire. Yeah.
Yeah, and also that Bash Mash, whatever that Harry Potter like one Punch Man mashup. That was not too bad either. No,
Okay.
not something you need to watch, but anyway. But yeah, so anyway, Mobile Suit Gundam, The Witch from Mercury. That is the watch. Check it out if you haven't. I'm gonna check it out eventually. But I mean, it's Mobile Suit. Like Mobile Suit really don't mess. Like I'm gonna be honest with you.
So
At
I
least for
remember
me.
watching Robotech, which is a Gundam type story,
Yeah.
and I used to love it. It was dope.
All
Super
right.
dope. So I think I'm gonna come around to anime, Rich, one
I
day.
don't think you are. Don't lie to me.
No. I am.
You need to stop.
Okay.
I keep lying to myself, but I will. I will eventually. I'm not gonna lie though, because when we had to watch Chainsaw Man was dope.
Yeah.
So
Chainsaw Man's fantastic.
yeah. So there's some stuff that I like. I liked that cyberpunk thing that we watched. That was
Mhm.
cool. I like the premise was cool. So I think there's some there. Figure it out. I'll go. One day I'll surprise you.
I will not hold my breath.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't. To be fair,
Yeah.
you probably shouldn't. All right, good, Rich. All right. So we'll be on the lookout for that. So tell them the name one more time.
It is Mobile Suit Gundam, The Witch from Mercury.
Got it. All right, we'll keep an eye out for that. And once you watch it, come back. Let us know how rich it is, and then we'll hit it from there.
Yeah. Sure.
Cool. All right. Let's get into some news. So DC Marvel anchor John Floyd dies at 61 years old. He worked on titles Silver Surfer, Excalibur. He worked on a lot of Birds of Prey, Batman, some Vertigo comics. He did the Django comic. So he's had his hands in a lot of stuff. So it's a loss for the industry. So we're sorry to see him go, especially at a young age. 61 is not old at all. So it's
No,
tough.
not really.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, as we're getting older, it's just I don't know. Mortality becomes real.
Yeah.
I don't know if we talked. We didn't talk about Pee Wee Herman, but Paul Rubens passed away at 71.
Oh yeah.
He passed away of cancer. So he had a short battle with cancer. So that's Did you watch Pee Wee's Playhouse?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, I used to
I
love
think
Pee
I
Wee's
think everyone pretty much watched it at that age.
Of course. I mean, Saturday morning cartoons. That he was like, I think his show was like the last show before it turned into bowling or whatever garbage came on. Late morning, early afternoon. But it was a good time. Yeah, Lawrence Fishburne as Cowboy Curtis and
Yeah.
Mecca Lecca High, Mecca Heiny Ho. Also, so it was a good time. So yeah, so that happened. So that's tough. That's another childhood, icon, and childhood figure that we've since lost. So it's tough. Mandalorian season 4 may
Okay.
not be season 4, Rich.
Uh
It may become a movie.
oh, all
So
right.
rumor has it Lucasfilm they're discussing instead of having a full season, it may become a full length movie.
Nice. I'll
How
take
do you
it.
feel about that?
I'll take it.
Give me the season. I know
Why not?
some of you guys hated on the season 3. Yeah, it was a little bit all over the place, but I just want to see Adventures of Mandalorian. I just want to see him run around and do stuff.
I mean, give me any content with Mandalorian, and honestly, with everything going on in the Mandalorian universe, I'll rock with it.
Yeah, I'm about it. I mean, I love Mando. Yeah, I'm about it. So we had a rumor that Gal Gadot was currently discussing Wonder Woman 3.
Okay.
However, this happened earlier in the week, and just recently, as of the other day, it came out that it may not be happening at all, and that the whole story, all that rumor, was just nonsense.
Mm.
So she was kind of the last holdout of the whole Snyderverse, that whole previously what happened with Warner Brothers and DC, and I don't know. After I think they're serious at this, they are done with these guys. That's it. They're moving in a
Huh?
completely new direction.
Everyone, all the DC characters are done. All of them.
No, they're not done, but they're moving in a completely new direction. So everything that we knew, our current base, or Batman or Superman or Shazam, all that stuff that they've been building, it's gonna be done. It's really gonna be done. And every time they try and they flash bomb, they just been having bad luck. So
Don't know. I mean, just burn it all down and try over again. No, we got John. John Gunn. We got Gunn in there about to do it. So let's make it happen.
let's see what happens.
And James Gunn, I trust.
I do. I do. He hasn't let us down yet, has he?
No, he don't miss. He don't miss.
No, he doesn't. Last thing is, Marvel still hasn't decided on what to do with Jonathan Majors. His MCU future is still in limbo because of what's been happening with some of the charges up against him. He has 3 counts of third-degree assault, second-degree aggravated harassment against his girlfriend. He came out and said right off the bat that it wasn't true. But he's been dropped, and a lot of stuff has happened, but his trial is pushed to next month, and I think they might be holding their breath waiting to see what happens with his trial. So I like Jonathan Majors. He was the only kind of bright point in Ant-Man, which was trash. But it was like there was 2 different movies, and his acting, I'm a fan of him. So I'm hoping he gets a shot. I mean, look.
Wait, what last movies were trash?
Weapon?
What last movies of him were trash?
But he was great in Ant-Man.
Oh, Ant-Man, yeah, he was a little preachy, but yeah, he was good.
Yeah, I mean, he was head and shoulders above everyone else in the movie.
Yeah, that's true.
So we know he's gonna be in Loki season 2. But let's see what happens. I mean, look, I don't know. Look, if he did what he did, fine. They should rectify it, whatever. But if Ezra Miller can do what he does and still be in the movie, then I don't know.
I mean, listen, Ezra Miller got his pass because, let me just shut up.
We live, Rich. We live, Rich.
Shut up.
But I'm just saying, like, we can't. All I'm saying is that we can't convict people before they've been convicted in the court of law. So I don't necessarily agree with kicking people out or dropping people from projects because they're accused of something. It's if they've been convicted of something, you should create action behind it, not necessarily if they're accused of it. Because we're in America, we're not in England. It's guilty until proven innocent. So
yeah,
I'm just saying. So it is what it is. But yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with him. But and that's something I got for the news.
That was the news.
That was the news. All right. Maybe I usually want to stop laughing, but no one's ever laughing at this point because we take this joint serious right now. We're here for a debate.
I don't take it serious. Let's go.
Okay, let me ask you a question, Rich. Do you remember Turtles: The Next Generation?
Nope.
Nobody does.
Mm-hmm.
It was this terrible live action series that happened, I don't know, early 90s, mid 90s, where they had a turtle. They added a 5th turtle. Yeah, a girl turtle, because they felt they needed to expand, and you know how it goes. Were
they like related? Did anyone try to date each other? What's happening?
Who the hell knows? I don't. Nobody remembers. Nobody watched it. Even the people that made it didn't watch it.
But yeah, I mean, okay.
So anyway, so they had this girl turtle, and she did terrible. So the whole series was trash. But that got me thinking: if you were to add a fifth member to the turtles, doesn't have to be a turtle. Who would you? What kind of mutant would you add, and why would they be a good addition to the team?
Didn't they have a snapping turtle at one point?
So that's a good point. Secret of the Ooze had a snapping turtle, and in the new season, in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Nickelodeon series, Raphael's pet is a snapping turtle that gets mutated in season 2. So there has been snapping turtles, but if you want the snapping turtle, that's on you. Just build your case for it, brother.
Oh no, I was just asking. Honestly, I don't know. A dog, like a Rottweiler. No, a Doberman Pinscher.
Okay.
I feel like because Doberman Pinschers are like stealth jerks.
Okay.
Right? Because they tend to run up on you without barking until they're like right on you.
Okay.
So I feel like that'll probably make a good ninja because how stealthy they are and how sly they are. They're fierce. They're tenacious. I guess that's what they'll have. That's what he'll bring. Like he'll be a dog amongst turtles. I don't know.
My dog barking incessantly in the background.
You're right, and that's what brought me to dogs. I'm saying like, what is the dog barking? But I feel like a Doberman Pinscher would be quieter than your dog, and would be would blend into the shadows because it has that nice dark coat. Just got to cover a little bit of that brown up, and we'll be good to go.
That's what you care about is the coat.
Yeah, has a dark coat.
That's his super ability is a dark coat.
They're fierce. Coat? They're fierce protectors.
All right.
Yeah.
I get that. So, do you have a name for your Doberman?
No, not really.
No. Okay.
What about you? Where you at?
So I would have a mutated cockroach. Because cockroaches survive nuclear blasts, they survive anything. So even mutated cockroach, you figure your ability to survive stuff is going to be mutated and amplified times, exponentially, right? So you'd have that. You're already living in the sewer, so you're scurrying around with the turtles. So you're already accustomed to their lifestyle. So you're on the team. You're integrated into the team, no problem. And
what kind of head would the cockroach have?
It would have a definitely freaky humanoid cockroach mixed head.
Would it have like pincer incisors? Like what's happening?
You'd have to, right? That would look dope. Even though I don't think cockroaches have pincers, but pincers would look awesome.
Like incisors, like
yeah. It would be cool. I don't think cockroaches have that, but it would look too cool not for you not to do it.
Yeah. Okay.
And then
would it talk with a lisp?
No, definitely.
But it has those incisors in his mouth. It has to talk with a lisp.
I mean, I'm thinking, I don't know. I guess you can manage without talking without a lisp with incisors.
Can you put two things in your mouth right now? Pause and talk and see what happens. You gonna talk with a lisp?
That was the hardest double pause I've ever in my life. No, I'm good. I'll just take your word for it. Okay, if that's the argument I have to have, he talks with a lisp.
Okay.
I don't want to have to prove. I don't have to show my work on this one.
Yeah.
So I'd have it, and I'd call him. I don't know. I'd probably name him after. They have to be. Would I go the Renaissance name, or would I go like something different, but like adjacent, like a classical name, like Claude Debussy or something like that? So name him after like a.
I have no idea who that is, but okay.
Yeah, just a composer or something.
You're more cultured than me. I like it.
I try.
So you would have a cockroach that talks with a lisp because he got two things in his mouth. He will be named after a composer.
Right.
And his only weakness will be chancletas. Got it.
That's it. The giant chancletas.
Giant chancletas.
That's it. So,
all right. I guess you win this one because you got that thought out. You had it fleshed.
There you go. Woo! Big genius again. Give me a round of applause.
Let me give it to you. I'm gonna give it to you. There you go.
Thank you. It feels so justified. I guess we're here, right? Ready to do it?
Yeah, let's get in.
let's get let's get into the main event. So what are we coming here for, Rich? We came here for one thing and for one thing only. We came here for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem.
Mutant Mayhem.
So, what do you think? I'll give the spoiler-free synopsis first, but let me know, what did you think?
It was all right. It was entertaining. Maybe it was just the time that I was in there, but I guess that was definitely the parents enjoyed it way more than the kids did.
Let me ask you a question with that. So, look, this is our show. We don't have to do. Lawrence is not here to hold us back. Jack's not here to rein in our ridiculousness.
Right.
So we could just talk about this however the heck we want to talk about. You know what, Rich? However the hell we want to talk about this.
Hey, there we go. Okay.
All right. So, let me ask you a question about this.
Right.
Have you noticed they're using way more 90s hip hop in these movies?
So much.
Right?
Like I'm over here nodding. I'm like I'm vibing. I'm looking around and I don't know. I'm in the movie theater with fairer complexioned demographic, and they're just sitting there looking. I'm like, bro, like why are we not vibing right now?
Well, they did. Well, in that fight scene in the car, they did have the Vanilla Ice for a second. That ninja.
Just for a hot second.
For a hot second.
Yeah.
That joint was fire back in the day, though. I'm not gonna front.
Huh?
That joint was fire back in the day.
Yeah. Oh no, it definitely was.
That Go Ninja Go came on.
Listen, Vanilla Ice was hitting back then. Yeah. When that Go Ninja Go. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone was hitting that.
Yeah.
But yeah, like honestly, I think the comedy. Well, first of all, it was definitely there wasn't that many teenage. Like I said, and when I went like at 10 in the morning. 10:30 in the morning. So there was like a whole bunch of little kids, like I'll say maybe like 5 years old. You know, they were hitting some of like the latest lingo and mind you, it's like all New York lingo. So
right.
If you're really not down with it, if you're not down with the boroughs, you don't know what's going on. A lot of stuff's going over your head. A lot of these kids are just like, yeah. But for the most part, you got more laughs out of the older generation, the parents and whatnot, than you did out of the kids. I feel like some of these kid movies are more steered towards us, like young adults, and it's like, okay, just bring your kid to it.
I think they have to, because this property is our property, right?
Yeah.
This property came up when we were coming up. We grew up watching this, and I know you're a big video game guy. I don't know. So this is what I want to ask you. Is your experience with Ninja Turtles more via video games or more via cartoons and toys?
It was a little bit of both. It was more so video games because I remember rocking out with it in I think Nintendo.
Yes,
I want to say, and then also playing in the arcade.
Yes, Turtles in Time, right?
Yeah, playing that in the arcade just because I would go down south every summer, at least almost every summer, and then my cousin he managed an arcade down at the mall, so he would just go up in there and just rack up all the tokens. Not even tokens. He would just rack up all the credits, open the machine up, and hit the little jiggle. And I would sit there and just play for hours for his whole shift. And like Turtles in Time was one of my jams, and that's pretty much was where I got it from. And then I think Lawrence had some of the Turtles, and then my next door neighbor, he had Turtles, so I was playing with their toys. And that was it. Like that was my thing. And then obviously the cartoon, you watch it on Saturday mornings and whatnot.
Yep. So mine was obviously the toys, because everything for me is through toys and the cartoon. But I remember when I saw the first trailer for the first Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie, I've never had my mind blown by a movie trailer ever as I did at that moment, at that time. I remember going crazy because I was watching TV in my parents' room. I remember exactly where I was. I was watching TV in my parents' room, and I was watching Make the Grade on Nickelodeon, which is a stupid game show. And it came on, and I remember running to my mom and saying, "I have to see this." And that was the first bootleg I saw it in theaters, and my uncle got me the bootleg. And that was the first bootleg I ever got. It was the bad bootleg, like someone filming in the theater type bootleg.
Yeah, like walking past the screen talking. Yeah,
that's the kind of bootleg I had. Not like, oh, we're hijacking the signal to the theaters bootleg. I mean, I have the big ass camcorder on my shoulder bootleg. So that's my experience with the Turtles. All right. So I'll give you the spoiler-free synopsis. So for some reason, when Lawrence does these, he has this long thought out synopsis that IMDb provides. But because it's just you and I, this is our synopsis, Rich. You ready?
Yeah, let's go.
This is our spoiler-free synopsis from IMDb. The film follows the Turtle Brothers as they work to earn the love of New York City while facing down an army of mutants. That's my synopsis. Thanks, IMDb. I'm running the show.
Right.
One day I'm running the show. This is what you give me.
That sounds about right. That was the synopsis. They wanted to feel loved by the city.
Yeah, that's what it is. So that's what it is. So let's just get into it. So actually, did you like it? You said you liked it. Did you?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Yeah.
All right. I liked it a lot too. So I had a long conversation with a guy in the movie theater when I got there. He was saying how.
Wait, who was this guy?
The guy, there was some guy in the movie theater. I see him. He see him, and then he saw I had this shirt on because I actually saw it last week because they had a sneak preview for one time slot 2:00 last Saturday. So I actually saw it last Saturday. So I actually had this shirt on, and the guy I've seen the guy before, and he was talking to me about stuff, and he was afraid how Seth Rogen was gonna handle the property. He said, "I know there's gonna be a lot of changes. There's gonna be a lot of, I don't know if it's gonna stay true to the source material."
Okay.
Now, any Turtle series you watch, except for Rise of the Turtles, which was hot garbage. So Rise of the Turtles has magic and all sorts of weird stuff, and it really goes deep end. Everything has been right around the same, and this one didn't. This movie didn't disappoint. If we could just jump into it. The movie opens up. We see Baxter Stockman. His house is getting raided, right? His house is getting raided. He has his mutants, and and then we see the Superfly, goes as TGR. Were they TGRI in this movie or TCRI in this movie? I don't remember.
I don't know, something, but yeah, it was like a little baby Superfly. Yeah.
Right. So he raids the Fly, takes out everyone. Baxter Stockman gets killed in the melee, which is just terrible. So right off the bat, before I saw
Did he get killed?
Yeah, he got killed. They shot him.
Huh. I thought they hit him with the what was it? The mutant thing, the demutanizer, or whatever it was.
Hey, wait, let me ask you a question. They had a demutanizer ray. Oh, they used it at the very end, but there was no. Do you think if you had a weapon like that, you'd use it, right?
Yeah.
But the bad guys never actually used it.
They never used it, but also most of the fighting, the Turtles didn't use their weapons either. I was noticing that.
Yeah, I think it's because they have to be careful, right? Because it's easy for Donatello and Michelangelo to use their weapons because they have blunt objects. But when it comes to size and swords, even in the old series, the TV series, they were very, very, very mindful of how they had to use it because really, you're just slicing people up.
Yeah,
this movie can become a hard R really, really, really quick. Right? Yeah. One fight can change everything. So so we have then we jump ahead a couple years. We see the Turtles, we meet the Turtles. Now what I did like about this movie is that this is the first Turtles movie where they actually they were actually played by teenagers, but they felt like teenagers.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
So
it felt more authentic. I don't know why. Just you just hear the voice and it just sounded like they sound like a bunch of kids.
Well, because it was a bunch of kids. That's exactly right. It was a bunch of kids that they used. So I didn't like how I like Splinter more. Like I like this Splinter, right? This is not not my Splinter. I don't like Splinter being like a horny old man looking for mutant love online, right?
I mean, was he a horny old man, or was he just he just needed some love? He out here raising these kids that ain't his. He wanted something to justify that.
That's true, but
he wanted a stepmama. Like, what's going on?
Yeah, but he got his he learned his the montage when they're talking. So we meet the Turtles. They're going through the city and stuff like that, and then they're going on adventures. They beat up some guys. They get back, and Splinter lets them know how dangerous the outside world is. Don't trust people. Splinter goes into his kind of origin story about when he was a turtle. When he was a rat, just a regular rat. He had one friend that's a cockroach that he ate, which is kind of funny. And then they get to the idea of how he learned martial arts, and it was through just movies and magazines.
Yeah.
And it kind of cheapened the fact. Like I wanted them to. They weren't. I mean, yeah, they're ninjas, but I liked when they were like he was straight from Japan. He was studying the old country, and this came up through generations, and he had like this.
I mean, listen, that part, even though I did enjoy it as a kid, let's be for real. You a pet rat. You ain't over there doing poses with the master in the background as a normal rat. All right.
Okay. To be fair, that is from the first Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie, which now that you say it out loud is kind of mad ridiculous. So the first Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie, what was it like? I forgot what year it was, like early 90s. So was it Hiroku Saki was the bad one? No, Hiroku Saki was his owner, and Hamato Yoshi was Shredder. But anyway, there's a montage where he's training the Japanese guy's training. You see Splinter as a rat, like doing it,
shadow boxing and whatnot. Like, come on.
Yeah. I like the idea better where Splinter's a person and gets mutated into a rat. But I just like the idea of him having this like deep like knowledge and background, as opposed to him learning it from magazines and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, learning from like a Taibo. He learned it from Taibo.
He did
pretty much.
The montage was dope. They had the Scarface song, the Push It song. It was pretty dope. It was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. Okay, so then where are we at now? So we get it. The guys go out and get to go shopping, right? There's a lot of inside jokes, a lot of product placement. Don't forget my Cool Ranch Doritos.
Yeah, party size.
They got that check, right? And then they meet April O'Neil, who's a high school kid. Donnie falls. Was it Donnie that falls or Leo that falls in love with her?
Leo falls in love with her. Okay,
Leo falls in love with her. They see her getting jumped by guys working for Superfly. They save her. They get into the guys that are stealing her scooter. They follow the guys. They're like, we gotta save her. We gotta save her scooter. We gotta help her. Then we get into our first big fight, and then they're giving you the business, and that's where we have to go ninja go when they're in the car. It comes out of the car. They're fighting, which was pretty dope.
Yeah, but I believe that was like that was their first fight, because they definitely ran up in there. First of all, Raphael ran up in there. So, go loud. Okay, he Leroy Jenkins that whole thing.
Yeah,
he just ran up in there. But then when they got in there, it was just like a bumbling mess, and they had to kind of figure out their own rhythm.
Yeah. It was, and then didn't they huddle up or strategize, and then they ended up figuring out and just whooping everyone.
Yeah.
Okay, so they whipped whipped everyone, and then and then they tell April that then April's not really at first. She's like, these are great costumes, and she realizes that they're not costumes. The turtles tell their story. They cop the digits, and they're like, we'll link up, whatever,
Yeah.
And then they go back, they're hyped. And then Splinter's like, you guys aren't going outside for a month. This is what's going to happen. You're punished, blah, blah, blah. Okay, fine. And then they just have to go out again. And then this is time Leo's down for it because he's in love with April. It's funny how they bounce it around. So in the most recent, the Megan Fox one, it was Michelangelo that loved April. In the last series on Nickelodeon, not Rise, but the one before that, it was Donatello that loved April. So it's funny how they bounce the love interest around to April through
everyone needs to get that turtle love.
Everyone needs to get that turtle love. Everyone does. So they link up with April. They start strategizing with April. April starts telling her story. And it's revealed that all the turtles want is to be loved by the city. They want to live their life open. They want to be out in the open. They want to be adored.
They want to be normal teenagers. That's all they wanted. They wanted a normal life.
Exactly. And April's goal it showed her backstory. She wants to be she wants to be a reporter. She finally gets behind. She tells us she gets in front of the camera to do the announcements. She got so nervous. She yaks on TV. She yaks on the school closed circuit.
April O. Puke.
April O. Puke.
Yeah.
All right. So then they're like, all right. So they start shaking down. So they make a plan. They start shaking down the people that Superfly is working for. Now, yet we don't know who Superfly is. We assume it's the mutant. We shake them down. They take down. We see them taking down all these gangs. Finally, get to they get to the one gang. They keep passing the buck. You have to go after this guy. You have to go after this guy. Finally, get to the last guy. Then the last guy is like, this guy Superfly. Blah blah blah. This is what he to get. All right, cool. Now, as they're chasing Superfly, TGRI is chasing them because they realize these guys are robbing from us. And then we have, this guy in the background, which the lady, she looked like Krang. Remember when Krang?
She looked a little bit like her, yeah. Or like him, excuse me, or it, whatever.
Yeah. So I thought that was going to be the big reveal that she was really Krang, which they might save for the next movie.
The animation style was a little weird, but I had to get used to it at the beginning because everything wasn't drawn like symmetrically. Like even her face, like everyone's face wasn't symmetrical. They were kind of like off a little bit.
Yeah.
Which I mean, if you really think about it, and not everyone's face is really not symmetrical in real life.
I mean, mine is. My face is perfect.
All right. First of all, no one ever told you. Anyway, let's move on. But yeah, so at first I was like, I'm not sure how I like this for my animation, but then after a while I was like, you know what? It rocks. It's still good. It was like the way they did it, everything, the way they animated it was pretty all right. And I sat there was like, really think about it. Not everyone's face is actually symmetrical. So yeah, like I guess that'll make a little bit more sense in a cartoon.
Yeah. It worked for me. I like the animation style. I mean, yeah, at first it took me a little bit, but within the first few minutes, once I got accustomed, like this is the style, they kept the theme throughout. They didn't change it.
Right.
So I was good with that. And I was down with it. I liked it. I felt it was stylized, but the quality was there.
Right, yeah.
So that's the complaint I have with some of the newer DC movies. Not the most recent one, but some of the early ones, like the early Superman movie that just came out, that they pick a style choice, but you see a definite drop in quality in the animation. And we didn't have this is a full length feature film, so we're not gonna have that. But I was digging the style.
Yeah, for movies they're gonna keep the quality up all the way through. For like a series, they're gonna have it drawn because they need to get it out there, right?
Right.
So they're gonna have it drawn a certain way. But once you get into like the serious fight, like especially in anime, you get into like the serious fight scenes. When the animation gets real crisp and real on point, you know a fight scene's about to happen. So
I gotta go back and watch some anime and see that. But that's true. That's absolutely true. Absolutely true. Okay, so then we have hold on, I think I still do have an echo. Let me try this. I'm getting people are picking me on YouTube saying I got an echo. Let me try.
All right. Okay. I'm going on.
Hold on. How's that, Rick?
I never heard a echo the whole time.
I still hear it a little bit. I think
we put on what they got, echo cancellation?
I have it on. It's weird. I've never had an echo before, but now I have an echo.
Yeah, on my end, I don't hear it.
So weird. All right, let me try one more thing. This might make. How is that? Do I have an echo? No? Yeah. I think I still hear it a little bit. We might have to deal with it.
Well, now it sounds like your mic. Did you switch mics? What happened?
Mics. I went back to the original mic. I'd rather deal with a little bit of an echo than deal with terrible quality, though. So, all right. So we'll go back to where we're at. Okay, so they track down all these gangs. They take out the gangs, and then once they take out the gangs, they take over so the gangs are stealing parts to build a machine that we don't know what it is yet, but they're stealing parts and they're assembling the parts little by little, right?
Right.
Cool. So the turtles take it out. They take over the van. They go and do the drop. As they're waiting, they think they're going to take down. So the plan is they're going to take down the bad guys. They're going to be heroes. City's going to love them. They're going to be able to go to high school. Blah blah blah. Everything's all right with the world.
My problem I had with this, Superfly's been going around snatching up all this equipment, right? You're going to say like millions of dollars of equipment,
Right.
and at the very last piece, now y'all want to put trackers on it? You couldn't put an air tag on it from the beginning?
I mean, they're not really thinking this through, are they?
They're really not. Like this multi-million-dollar corporation is just winging it at this point. They're like, yeah, we're getting stuff stolen from us.
Right.
Let's put a tracker on it. The very last piece, a tracker.
Right.
Millions of dollars of product already gone.
Right. So they're tracking it. Superfly gets out. They realize, oh shoot, it's not bad guy. It's mutants.
First of all, that whole intro of Superfly was fly.
Come on, man. It's Ice Cube. Come on, man.
I mean, that whole intro with all of them coming in was pretty dope. I was like, yeah, I'm feeling that.
It was pretty dope. So we see some guys we know. We see Mondo Gecko, who we know from back in the day. Leatherneck, who's been on ally on and off. I forgot the Devil Ray guy's name. The Fly guy. A couple others. But what I like though is that they use existing IP.
Okay.
So Michelangelo and Mondo Gecko bond right away. Superfly is like, what? You mean? So you would think he'd be. Was that Lawrence?
What is he doing? Get out of here. Go away.
What are you doing?
Don't be telling me to go away.
It's dangerous. What are you driving? Jeez.
I am driving. And I just want to say what's up. I can't see y'all talking about turtles.
Come on, man. So Lawrence, real quick, what I got you? What'd you think?
I didn't. But.
Yeah.
Am I frozen?
No, you're good.
You were talking.
Yeah, I didn't see it because I knew I was going to take it. But I do want to see it. I've heard things about it. Rich, you don't seem enthused.
You talking about? I enjoyed it.
Oh, I just got done. Let me get off and let's back to work.
All right. All right, we'll get back in it. But thanks for jumping on. We'll catch up with you next week.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good show.
All right. Go see it, though, for real.
Oh, I'm going to go see it. I'm going to see it. Barbie first.
The disrespect. Okay.
No, I'm joking.
$1 billion.
I
don't care what it grossed. Still.
I mean, Barbie is a cautionary tale of ignoring the needs of men.
Okay,
first of all, I'm hearing two sides there. First is like destroy the patriarchy, and then it's like the cautionary tales of men being ignored and whatnot. Yeah. Listen, it was I'm hearing some crazy. What?
All right. Ken was never supposed to be focused on. Y'all not.
Look, I can only watch it from my point of view and nobody else's point of view.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
There's been stories going on around Reddit about women that have been breaking up with their boyfriends.
Yes.
Because they're not happy about the way they're interpreting the Barbie movie.
Yes.
Let me
this
tell
is
you,
wild.
If your relationship that weak, Barbie wasn't the problem.
Yeah.
You were just looking for an excuse to get out.
Yeah.
You were just looking for something. You lost their. All right. Talk about turtle.
All right.
Nice. All right.
So yeah, Superfly intro, dope. Get introduced to all the mutants, and then they come to find out like, oh snap, there's other ones. We're not the only mutants out here because they thought the whole time they were the only ones, right?
Right.
So they come out, they get introduced, they bring Superfly, or Superfly brings them into a nice chill place to talk about the plans or what the real goal is. And at first they were just like, because he was like, yeah, we just want to bring mutants. We want more mutants, right?
That's it.
And then when they sat down and really had a conversation, like, yeah, we need to kill all these humans.
Yeah. They were riding with him until they got out they found out his plan about mass genocide. They're like, you know what? I'm not really cool with that.
Yeah. Then they were like, what will happen to some of the humans? Like, some of them become pets, maybe entertainers, and something. Right. Just let me know because this is about to happen tonight.
Right. But Superfly was mad accepting of the turtles. He saw them. He was like, "Look, we're family. I see you, fam.
Uh-huh.
Come be down with us. You're welcome."
That's what it was. Yo, Superfly was Magneto.
Yes.
Superfly was Magneto. He was like, "Yo, we are all one.
We are, and let's kill all the humans."
Exactly. Let's kill all the humans. Exactly.
He was Magneto from the first X-Men movie. Let's just turn everyone.
Yeah. And not even turn everyone, because Magneto wanted to turn everyone, but he was just like, yo, we just need to turn all the animals into mutants and then just kill all the humans because we don't need them anymore. Right. You're gonna be on top of the food chain.
That's it.
But but it was crazy because what's his name? Splinter. When Splinter saw him, he was like, he kind of saw like what he was, because he was pretty much preaching the same thing.
He was.
And he kind of caught that, like, oh man, this is what I sound like? I sound pretty crazy out
here. Yep. I hear preaching mass genocide.
Yeah. All right, keep going though. Keep going. You got
it. All right. So Superfly breaks down his plan. The turtles, they realize the turtles aren't down with his plan. Then the line in the sand gets drawn, right? Mm. So it's either the turtles are down, either you're with me or you're against me. And then we look around. Now, here's the problem I have. There's a very clear Bebop and Rocksteady, right?
Yeah.
Why? Mondo Gecko, I had no problem with him joining the turtle side, right?
Mm-hmm.
The other guys I had no problem. Leatherneck, no problem. Why is Bebop and Rocksteady essentially good guys in this movie?
I don't know, because before, like, Bebop and Rocksteady were mutated from humans.
Yes.
So they were criminals.
Right.
But in this one, they were mutated from, I don't even know what, like, I can't even call them embryos. They were just like little miniature like animals.
They were actually, in this movie, they're animals that are getting mutated. In the other movies or the other series and the other properties, it's like if you're a human, the last animal you touch is what you get mutated into.
Okay.
So that's why Black Stockman got like hit with a fly and he became, the fly.
Right. Yeah. So I guess with that, because all they knew was just what Superfly told them. That's pretty much what they went with. But then when they sat down and thought about it, I mean, they don't have that criminal element in them. So I would assume that's why they were able to turn so quickly.
But you would think though, if you have a whole crew, at least you guys were doing this plan. They knew about the plan. It's not like they didn't know about the plan. They were just afraid to speak up. Right. But everyone knew about the plan the whole time. They figured there's probably some people that are down with the plan.
I mean, yeah, you would assume, yeah. Like, this is the plan. Like, we're about to, make all these mutants. Or maybe I don't know, maybe they didn't know about the whole killing of people. I don't know.
They knew. No, Rich, they knew. They knew. They were just too scared to say anything. Which I'm fine with, but you think at least a couple of the guys would be down for the Grimes.
Yeah, and specifically, Bebop and Rocksteady,
yeah. But
we down for it all. Let's go.
Right. So a battle ensues. They start fighting. Superfly's whooping them. Other guys are jumping in. He fires up the machine to start to blast the world. Fighting. The machine falls into the water. Right. Superfly goes down with it. The machine goes off. Boom. Now what? So the machine must have malfunctioned. We see a giant Superfly come out where he's morphed with a whale. And as he's walking past animals and walking through animals, the animals are becoming part of him. Right.
Yeah, like I'm trying to figure out. Trying to think of like how. I don't know. Like, yeah, they just become a part of him.
Get stuck to him.
Yeah, they get stuck to him and mutate, like kind of morph into him, kind of like Dead Space, like when the body parts mesh together and crap like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, something like that.
All right. So they do that, right? And then he's growing. He's about to destroy the city. The turtles are trying to figure out where to find him. They grab that anti-mutant gun from one of the TGR because they show up for some reason. They show up eventually because their AirTag tracker finally works.
Right.
They show up. They get the blaster from those dudes.
Oh wait, they start milking them. Forgot about that part.
Oh yeah,
The thing that
was
Splinter
the big...
kept warning them about, and they were like, "We ain't got no nipples."
Yeah, that's so true.
They got them,
that part.
and they started milking them.
That's right. So then April bounces on them. Yeah, that's right. That's right. They get captured by them. They're in the milking machine. It's a lot of pain. April bounces. They feel betrayed by April. But what they really found out was that April went back, grabbed Master Splinter. Was like, the turtles need help. They can help them. Master Splinter goes back, does his thing. Master Splinter is Jackie Chan playing Master Splinter.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, which is pretty cool.
Right.
So he goes back, frees him. Is like, I told you to get milked. I told you.
Mm-hmm.
so then there's like, now we have to stop Superfly. So then they go, they grab the van, the bad guy van. They're driving. They have the gun. They fire the gun at him. They think it's gonna be it. The blast hits Superfly, one of his horses. A horse just falls off.
Yeah.
And Superfly is good. So Superfly's like, what? He doesn't care. So he's destroying the city. Then all of a sudden, the news comes out. It's like, you gotta be careful. The turtles leading a band to destroy the city, and the exact opposite of what they wanted is happening. Right? So their whole goal was to be loved by the city. Exact opposite is going down. They see the turtles. I don't know how they talk about the turtles when there's a giant monster destroying the city.
Right? Like that. Like literally a monster is like destroying everything. Like not these turtles though.
Right.
These turtles.
That seemed like a euphemism for something, but
I don't know, man.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, but anyway. So they figured they was about to wrap it up after that point. They were just like, yo, like the whole city's against us. This is exactly what we were warned about. Like we need to get up out of here.
Right.
But then April O'Neil, who overcomes her stage fright slightly.
Right.
She did puke a little bit.
Yeah.
But she was able to get out for the most part. Hey, the turtles are on our side. Pretty much laid down the whole plan. The mutant, the big mutant is the thing that's trying to kill everyone. Turtles trying to help us.
Wait. Obviously, Rich. The giant monster destroying buildings is the one that's trying to kill everyone.
No, not to these New Yorkers. To these New Yorkers, that monster is just an everyday occurrence.
Right.
And you got to worry about those four turtles over there.
Right.
They the bad guys. Well, they come through. So now, once that happens, the turtles are kind of like getting back on their feet or something like that.
Right.
And then they're saying, oh, they developed a plan. Like instead of just shooting the mutagen or the anti-mutagen, they got to kind of like introduce it into him. They were like, yo, the blowhole. So now they start doing all that. They lose it because Baxter wraps them all up, all four of them up, crushing them.
We hear their shells cracking.
Yeah. And then Master Splinter has it. He gets knocked, gets thrown across the city. The mutagen falls out of his hand. And as he gets up, because he's now traumatized, because he was traumatized when he first went out with the turtles when they were younger.
Right.
Which is why he gave him the warning of never to trust humans. He gets up and he's like having flashbacks of, people hating him. But then it was like, oh, here's a helping hand. Take my hand. So they take the hand, help him up. And they did the most New York thing ever where they just put the mutagen in the plastic bag. Anyone's from New York, so you know. You need to have a plastic bags in New York, all right? You need to have some type of bag of some sort. Because you're going to be walking around with stuff. Anyway. So they get this plastic bag. All the New Yorkers start helping them out, the cabbies, and everyone started helping them out to get the mutagen away from Baxter and trying to get it closer to Baxter because he's throwing cars at everybody and all that. So they're trying to get it closer to him so that the turtle can get it and introduce it into his blowhole. Pause. Right. To break it all down. I thought that was dope. You know, New Yorkers coming together
Yeah,
as we do.
yeah.
I mean, sometimes we're scumbags to each other, but you know, there are times where we
We're about the life.
unite.
We're about unity and stuff.
Yeah, sometimes until I don't know. But yeah, they ended up making that happen, and Baxter turned. I think they all turned. First of all, what happened to that whale?
What would happen in real life is that we would just drop in the middle of Midtown, and there'll be a whale in Midtown Manhattan just rotting.
Right. I was like, wait a second. All these things just like everything just came attached, went back to normal.
Right.
What happened to that damn whale?
That's a good question.
Anyway, so Baxter turns back into a little fly. I don't know how they caught Baxter. Or, I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
how do they know that's
Superfly,
Baxter?
excuse
Out of
me.
all the flies, how do they know that fly is the one who's Baxter?
I don't know. But we caught that at the end, though. Maybe jumping back a little further. But anyway, at the end of all that, the turtles got their wish, and they were accepted. They were looked at as heroes, saviors of the city, and then they went to school.
All the mutants moved in with the turtles.
Yeah.
They all lived in the sewer with them.
Splinter got his wish of having a significant other than the nastiest mutant ever.
Yep. But that's how Splinter gets down. He's a rat. He's down. He's down to clown.
I guess so. I mean, it whatever had the sloppy, so it was spraying mucus all over the place. So that'd be rocking.
Got me sold. You trying to convince me? Don't threaten me with a good time.
He was like, "What'd that mouth do?" Okay.
No gag reflex, nothing.
Right? But yeah.
Where are you, Jack? Where are you, Lawrence? You can't get someone reeling us in. No one's stopping us.
Oh man! All right, so yeah, so they get down. They're all getting their clothes together. They're going to school. They go in. They walk through the front doors of the school, and everyone's just quiet. And they're like, "Oh snap, it's about to happen."
Right.
But then everyone's like, "Yo, it's the turtles. What up, bro?" Ba, ba, ba. They were accepted.
Of course, they're gonna be accepted.
But I was just like, "Listen." At first, I was like, "Man, this is bull. Right? There ain't no way you want to accept a bunch of mutants in here." But I was like, also, this is New York City. There's a lot of weird stuff going on down there.
A lot of weird stuff.
So there's a lot of things we tend to walk past.
Yep.
And even like I'm not from New York City, but just being a fellow New Yorker, there's things that you will see and just keep on minding your business and keep walking.
Business. You learn how to mind your business quick.
Real quick. So yeah, they became, April O'Neil was now no longer April O'Puke. She was April O'Hero.
April O'Hero. A lot less clever, but okay.
Yeah. Then what happened? They introduced they all got into their own little shticks, their own little cliques within the high school. Donatello was down with the nerds, obviously, because he was a nerd.
Yeah.
Michelangelo went with the acting class, as he would, the improv comedy, whatever. Raphael, being the savage that he is, just dominating and wrestling, which I believe that's a whole nother issue. Like, you're gonna have this strong mutant animal thing just wrestling your child. Like, what? But okay, sure. Okay. And then Michelangelo was over there following a woman like a simp. But anyway, he got his woman, I guess, or something. He was doing something. He was helping out. They were able to go to prom, even though we wasn't really clear whether it was a date.
She says we're here as friends, though. Why are you dropping that friend line? They're at the prom dancing. Why are you dropping that line now, girl?
Bro, classic simpness right there. Okay, you out there just out here gushing over a girl, and the next thing you know, but we're friends though, right? Like, yeah, sure.
Whatever.
Crying my tears at night. But yeah, that's pretty much how it ended, right? Yeah, I believe so.
Yep. And then it closed, and then we get a mid-credit scene.
Right. We get a mid-credit scene, and that's where we see young Superfly, or little Superfly again. Don't know how they caught this one fly amongst New York. And then they hit up the Jack. They're like, "Hey, we need you out here to take care of some business."
Right.
And then it pans over,
And who is it?
To Shredder.
There we go.
I was like, okay, we're gonna get Shredder next time. Hopefully we get it next time. But the next time Shredder's gonna be in the mix. And listen, Shredder's no joke. He be putting in the work. All right.
I think it was a good choice. I think it was a good choice of seeing the Turtles come into their own without having their main villain be introduced yet. So they're kind of becoming the team. Even though they're brothers, but they're actually becoming a team now. And I liked it. What do you give it, Rich?
I'll give it a strong 8.
Okay.
Give it a strong 8.
All right. I'm at 7.5.
7.5? All right.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? No, you know what? Nah. You know what? I'm gonna bet you're 8.
Okay.
I'm thinking back, and it was a good time.
Yeah, like I had very few complaints on it. I had very few nitpicks.
I did too.
Little things here and there, but other than that, the overall film, outshadowed those. I was like, yeah, this is a good 8.
Yeah, I'll co-sign that.
Yeah, and
So
I was bopping with the music.
Yep.
Once again,
I don't know, man. You add 90s hip hop, it just makes the movie so much better. Like that's what they did with Transformers, bro.
And I was thinking, I'm like, yo, 90s hip hop just hits. Like 90s hip hop, early 2000 just hits because they were bangers. They were all different. They made sense. Even if they didn't make sense, they were just like so like early 90s or 90s hip hop, you can always tell, like even hip hop in general, you can tell what borough the hip hop came, what borough the rapper came from, because everyone had a different sound depending on what borough you came from, what city you came from, what state you came from.
Right.
And now everyone just sounds the same. I'm just like, bro,
yep.
90s hip hop is where it's at. I don't know what y'all talking about.
Y'all
can call me a bunch of old heads or whatever. I don't care. 90 hip hop rock. Listen, there's some stuff that's out here that hits a little bit, but it just doesn't hit as hard as 90s.
So this year is the first year, and I don't know how many years that there hasn't been a hip hop number one record on the Billboard charts.
Like usually, I can add like 1 or 2 songs to my playlist to rock out to, but now I'm just like I haven't added anything this year.
Me either.
Last year, I just been going back to some of the classic stuff.
I've been in the classics, bro. I don't know if it's a sign of age, but I've been living there for a while.
Yeah, I mean, but anyway, 90s hip hop, where it's at.
Yep.
Y'all don't agree? Fight me. But yeah, that's where we ended it.
That's it.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem, popping 8. Got another 8. I'm pretty sure Chris and Lawrence. Lawrence and Jack would also agree because
I think so.
We set the tone here. Listen. We're the captain now.
That's it. Look at me.
Look at me. We are the captain now.
That's it.
But yeah, man.
Right.
We'll see what Lawrence said. He'll see it. We'll see.
He'll see it. Lawrence will definitely. He needs to see it. This is up his alley.
Yeah.
So, all right. Should we get some recommendations?
You got recommendations?
Sure, why not? I always got recommendations.
You always got recommendations.
I can always put you in some direction to do something.
Oh, I'm sorry. Wait, hold on. I guess I got to do the voice. Recommendations. There we go.
There you go. All right. So look. We talked about turtles. You want to get into that turtle life. You want to be about turtles. Tell you what to watch. Tell you what to see if you love turtles. I'll tell you specifically also what not to watch. Number one, you have to watch the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles series. Nickelodeon just acquired the rights. We should probably be seeing it on Paramount Plus soon. So I'm super excited for that because that's where it all started for a lot of us. Even though we know Turtles started as originally as a darker comic, but how we kind of know and love it is really from these guys right here. These two.
Yeah.
See the first Turtles movie? Classic. Second Turtles movie, Secret of the Ooze. Classic. Go Ninja, go Ninja, go. Third Turtles movie, Turtles in Time. That's after Jim Henson passed away. Jim Henson didn't do the mask anymore. You see a definitive drop in quality in the Turtles.
Yeah.
The Turtles series on Nickelodeon, awesome. Not Rise. I stand by this. Do not watch Rise. It's trash. But the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on Nickelodeon, it's a fantastic series. I highly recommend it. TMNT was an animated Turtles movie that came out of nowhere in the mid 2000s. It was great. I like the first new Turtles movie. Out of the Shadows was okay because we got Krang and Bebop and Rocksteady, which was cool. There's a lot of property, a lot of content here for you to check out. So if you want to get your Turtles fix, do it.
Yeah, get in there. And that's it. That's a recommendation.
That's it. Those are my recommendations. I think I have. If I don't let Sebastian come out here, it shows something.
Yeah, I was about to say something's missing right now.
Yeah, he's gonna be upset.
Okay.
Hold on. Talk amongst themselves while I yell for him.
Listen, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was a childhood staple. All right, y'all need to get up on it. This one, listen, not that far away. It could be a childhood staple for your child.
It can.
Get it in there. All right, raise them right.
All right. So we have Bashy's back in the mix. What do you have to show for us today? First of all, say hi.
Hi.
What's up?
It's just Rich and I today. Everyone else is out.
Yes.
So what? So tell me what are you showing us today? Now we don't have much time, so you got to show.
Armored Joe.
So
Armored Joe.
we play with a lot of GI Joes.
Okay.
This is the new GI Joe series that came out recently. The remake, not the Super 7 or the reaction.
Okay.
Those are trash. These are the actual GI Joes that 3.5 inch. Not this. They did this scale and the classified scale. So which is cool. So we have this one. What else do you have? Oh, this is a classic Cobra from actually from original. This is a 90s Cobra toy.
Okay.
It's a Neo Viper. Did you know that there was a GI Joe Drug Wars line where they had drug dealers, actual drug dealers, Joes?
Drug dealers. What?
Yeah, it had a toy that he had an actual drug lab that he would make drugs, and it go down the rabbit hole. The 90s was a weird time for GI Joes.
What?
Yeah.
Two more things to show you.
What you got?
Giant monster truck.
Very
Oh,
cool.
nice.
There's no theme to what we're showing today.
Okay.
And what's the last thing you want to show?
It's so cool. I don't think you're ready for this.
Rich would appreciate this. Rich is a horror guy.
Let me see
Ready?
it. Yeah. Was that the Aliens Queen?
So here's the story behind this. I actually submitted a video that's going to go on YouTube. We just bought this yesterday. This is the Flying Alien Queen from the 1992 Kenner series that I had as a kid, and we found one, and we actually opened it. And we've been playing with it. I used to play with it all the time because it's an awesome toy. And yeah, that's how.
Oh, it fit in the claw. Look at that.
Yeah, the claw is spring loaded. The wings flap. It's just cool. Check us out on YouTube. Check us out anywhere you download your podcast. And that's all I got. We on Instagram. We're on all the social media channels. Like, follow, subscribe, do your thing. If you like what you see here, we have a ton of stuff. We have the podcast. Check it out. If you didn't like it, tell someone else you listen to something else because we don't need that. We don't need that
information.
Yeah, we don't need that information.
No. Okay.
What else you got for us, Rich? Anything else?
That's it, man. Hit us up. Once again, like, follow, comment, subscribe. Get scared of the Queen Cobra flapping.
Yep.
And we'll catch you on the next one. And that's it.
So we'll see you next time. Same bad time.
Same bad channel.
There it is.
Peace.
Wait, is it our Ninja Turtle video?
Yeah.
You never told me that.
Okay.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
All right. We'll catch up with you guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Like, subscribe, do all the things.
See ya.
Love.